What's up, YouTubers? I want to talk about how people say that they go to church to learn something. I asked my sister, why is it so important for her to go to church? Why does she need to go to church so much and so badly? And she said that she go to church so she can learn. So I say, well, what are you learning about? I knew what answer she was going to give me, but I wanted her to give me the answer. And she said that the reason why she go to church is so that she can learn about God and about Jesus and to save her soul. So leaving the part about saving her soul out, that's a whole nother argument. I said, so you're learning about Jesus, you're learning about God. I said, so you saying that you basically going to church to learn about theocracy? And she was like, no, I'm going to church to learn about the real stuff, about the true God. So I didn't really want to mess with that too much. What I really wanted to start focusing in on was, if she's going to church to learn about God, I basically, again, learn about Jesus, I basically started to ask some questions about this. And I'm just like, well, I said, so you're going to church to learn about Jesus. Why is it that it is likely Jesus would have never been crucified? And she was like, no, Jesus was crucified. The Romans crucified him. The Jews crucified him. And I'm like, okay, or was it the Romans or was it the Jews? I'm like, well, whatever. The point is, the Roman government would have not crucified someone because they said that they were this one true God, because the Roman government really only crucified people who had made offenses against Rome. And arguing that you was the one true God was not an offense against Rome, because Rome allowed all religions to be practiced. And essentially they had a mass temple where everybody could go and worship their God, whomever that may be, whatever that may be. So that's one of the reasons why, the Jesus myth doesn't hold up. But I asked her about the origin of the Jesus myth, and things that she says she's going to church to learn about God, things that she should definitely know about. Didn't seem to know about it. But whatever. The point was, though, is that obviously you're not learning anything if you're going there. So, what the heck. But anyway, though, people like to go to church, and they like to say that they learn about things, but they always seem to come back and they don't really know about anything. They only know about what the pastor told them. They only know a one-sided perspective. And you ask them to broaden their perspective and to open their mind to different interpretations, mainly to different possibilities, because that's basically what it all boils down to. They don't want to accept the real highly possibility that everything they learn is a lie and not even needed. So they're not going to open themselves up to different possibilities. They're definitely not going to open themselves up to different interpretations, only the interpretation that the church teaches them. So when you say that you're going to church to learn things, you're really going to church to block your mind from learning anything else. You're really going to church to become one-sided and blinded. And so this is why when people say that they're going to church, it just bugs me when they say that they're going to church to learn stuff, because you're not going to church to learn anything. You're going to church to be brainwashed, become one-sided, close your mind to different interpretations, different perspectives, different possibilities. So you're not learning anything. Instead, you're closing your mind out altogether. But the next point, though, that I wanted to bring up is that I always see people say that going to church will make you a better person in the long run, even a better person in the short run, saying you need to go to church because you need to be around people and you need to fellowship with different people. Well, the only part of this I can see as being true is that being around people that think much like yourself reinforces what you think, but it doesn't really challenge it, and it really is not going to help you expand on that with a free, rational mind. Also, it's not going to help you expand on it to really challenge what you know, to learn more and to learn the correct things. So, again, that's the only way I can really justify you saying where it helps you out. As a human species, yes, we need to be around people. And so I can see you justified in that sense. But you don't need church for those purposes. And there's definitely some alternative means out there. And there needs to be more. People seem to have this misconception that if you don't go to church, you're lost and you're not going to fellowship. And in fact, this is not a misconception if you find yourself in one of these super religious towns, as I do, or you find yourself in a black community that is just dominated by religion, and everything they do, their culture is religion. But even then, there are alternatives that you can take toward getting away from that type of lifestyle. But one thing I always recommend people do, and then I'm going to actually start doing more and impression on more, is that you should ask people why they go to church. And you should ask them the tough questions. Ask them about origins of their own specific beliefs and specific things about their belief that their church is not teaching them. Basically, just to attempt them to realize that they're not learning everything in church, and maybe they'll start some independent research on their own, and maybe that'll lead them to dropping religion altogether. Just a thought. Peace.